Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. Today we have a conversation and update on the Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Baldur's Gate situation, also known as Commander Legends 2, but nobody calls it Commander Legends 2 because it's simply Baldur's Gate. It has nothing to do with Commander Legends. And due to a response from you all, here's an update video on Baldur's Gate. Yes, TCG Player has finally, for the first time since the release 2 years ago, is it really been that long? Baldur's Gate collector boxes have cracked $199.99, $200 a box, including shipping, not including tax. So about $215 shipped for most people on the open market. If this is an item you don't have heavy bags in, like Rudy and most of us out there, maybe you're new to this industry and market. This product came out. Store price was around $225-ish. I even sold it to you all for like $239 to $249 range at the very beginning. The whole thing collapsed in the bear market. This product hit a low of like about a 110, 120 range about a year ago at the bottom of the market. And everybody's been watching all these Magic products kind of recover and go straight back up as we kind of recalibrate and reprice. Today, again, similar we talked about a month ago, this is being led, in my opinion, not by speculation. Well, not by evil investors. This is a single card situation. This is a situation where we have tremendous, I know, the dragons and everything in it, but this is being led mostly by, I believe, to be the rares. Now keep in mind, when you look up things on Dawn Glare and TCG Player, a lot of these rares in Baldur's Gate are only available in the Commander decks, which, yeah, you want to see the best performing Commander deck set in a long time. Hit some of these, Master Set Commander decks and Baldur's Gate Commander decks. Holy smokes, they're expensive. They've gone up a lot. So we've seen tremendous single card push for Commander, Modern, can we say Standard? Is Standard a thing? That doesn't exist. For Vintage, Type 1, Type 125 Legacy. We're seeing continued game pieces inflate in price that is actually pushing up sealed boxes. So again, since we've been in the 2024 market cycle, we are continuing to see a very new world, a very new landscape for products across the board, and very different pricing behavior that's being led by actual card single sales that is actually then pushing the sealed products up. We have, I think right now, even Baldur's Gate Draft and Set, are they like $95 a box plus shipping? Or plus tax? So both of these on the open market, Draft and Set for Baldur's Gate, are essentially about $105 shipped. Now again, if you don't have exposure to this, I would recommend going on eBay. There are still some stores and sellers that have, I wouldn't consider hundreds, but there are still a couple large stores that have about, looks like between 24 and 50 boxes, and they're still pretty below market price if you don't have any. The days of, well, I'm going to wait, Rudy, for the dead cat bounce, and I'm going to wait for it to go back down. The days of Baldur's Gate in that low 100s range, I'm sorry, they're just over with. We're not going to see that anymore. And as with all rubber band cycles and market booms and busts, just like the stock market at the lows of different sites. There was never a time where Baldur's Gate collectors should have been 109 or 119. There was never a time that some of these draft boxes should have been $50, $60, $70 when all the stores are blowing everything out in the post-bottom water mark and Magic 30 era of Cynthia and Amazon running circles and laughing at us. The market got too negative. The market's continuing to really reprice up. We have not seen a stabilization yet. So very short video, very small update. I just want to point out there, yes, Rudy has a tremendous position in Baldur's Gate collector boxes. I'll probably eventually run a sale or something on it, but I have to admit to you all, the price has been up now for 6 months straight, and it's very fascinating to see that as the price goes higher, people are still buying at the higher price. That's been a very fascinating thing. As with everything in life, when this thing was tanking, very few people were buying. It was like, I don't know what, Murders of Carlo's Foreclosed Manor. Like when the prices collapse, nobody wants it. And then it's like, oh wait, it's expensive again? Okay, now I gotta buy it. The price has gone double. Now I want it. It's a very, very bizarre thing. And again, look what's happening with new Magic. New Magic across the board, something I've been more excited about now than I've been in. I was not excited about new Magic last year. It was nasty. But new Magic is something I've been more excited about now than I have in a couple years. Pokemon, same thing. We're seeing the same. Scarlet Violet has been doing better, well, in my opinion. And all the excitement is being led right now by Sword and Shield Pokemon with all these alt art, fancy chase, borderless, super textured, whatever. And those single cards of Sword and Shield Era boxes are just getting so expensive, it's driving the whole market into craziness. We're seeing the same thing with Flesh and Blood. Look at the heavy hitters. Look at the new Misty set. We are seeing across the board, we are seeing card CCGs across the board. We are seeing them move up based on single sales. And this is very different than the pre-2020 or even the market we saw in 2021. This is very different. 2021 was the most speculation. Investors, people were jumping into this industry. I had you all and patrons. I was like, who are you people? Where are you coming from? We had a lot of craziness of people who had nothing to do with anything. They wanted to jump in, buy a box of anything, and they just wanted to flip it as quick as they could and then just run away. This market cycle has none of that. Pokemon, no one believes you can flip and 10x your thing on there. Magic, no one believes you can get a new Magic box and just flip it and 10x. No one believes you can get a new Flesh and Blood Misty box and just flip it and 10. Like, no one believes you can do any of this because it's not true. If you're still in that mindset, bro, you're like 3 years late. This is 2024 market. This is a market being led by single card sellers. LGS is selling mostly singles versus sealed. I still am very bullish on sealed, but sealed is back to its normal slow-moving situation. So, on an interesting kind of exciting moment today, we do have TCG Player finally hitting $200 for Baldur's Gate before tax, and that is that's a milestone I haven't seen since probably the release and the collapse in the bear market. So again, it's not really like a major accomplishment because again, it was still like I think at the beginning I remember pre-orders from other stores being $299. And like I said, even I sold it to you all for the $239 to $249 to $259, depending on your quantity. So even then, I look back at we haven't made money. Like even the large position I have, I'm still massively upside down from my cost basis. But the fact that we continue to see a positive direction is probably more important than the set price point. Because everybody thought when we had Baldur's Gate at 120 for a collector, when it went to 150, 160, and I made a video 4 or 5 months ago, everyone's going, oh, look at Rudy, trying to pump and keep the momentum. Everybody thought it was just going to relapse, dead cat bounce, and go from 150 back to the 120s. Well, it was wrong. And not only that, we went from 150, 60, 70, 80s, all the way to 200 on the open market TCG Player. And I probably eBay, I think we got maybe 3 stores left that haven't adjusted their price. They're still very substantially below market on that. And it'll be a very fun thing to follow over the next 3 to 6 months to see if actual Baldur's Gate does what Commander Masters did. You know, I'm guilty of the Commander Masters thing. Same thing. I didn't even carry draft and set at the beginning because I was like, dude, this shit's going to collapse. Let's just sell collectors. And even now, I mean, Commander Masters set, look at it. Commander Masters collectors, look at it. So it's fun to watch this progress. That's all this say video is. It's just kind of a little milestone so that we have a date and a time that we can say that, well, for the first time since release, Baldur's Gate back to 200. Wow. Thought it would take an extra year or two.